Every year on 10th December, the world pauses together, not because it is another observance we must tick off, but because this day carries the weight of a promise made 77 years ago, a promise made when the world was healing from deep wounds, a promise written not with ink alone, but with hope, courage, and the vision of a better future. This day is Human Rights Day, the anniversary of one of humanity's greatest achievements, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, adopted in Paris on 10th December 1948. Imagine the world at that moment. Cities shattered, families torn apart, nations grieving. Humanity stood at a crossroads, either rebuild the world with fear or rebuild it with freedom. So, leaders and thinkers from every corner of the globe came together, determined to ensure that the horrors of war would never again steal the dignity of human beings. And in a document, though only 30 articles long, they captured a dream larger than any single nation, that every person everywhere deserves dignity, equality, and freedom. Today, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, the UDHR, is the most translated document in human history. It speaks in 577 languages, from Abkhaz to Zulu, so that every community, every culture, and every voice can hear its message clearly. If the declaration could speak, it would say, "I belong to everyone, not to governments, not to institutions, but to humanity." And that alone tells us something powerful. Human rights are universal, because humanity is universal. When we hear the term human rights, many of us imagine courtrooms, laws, documents, debates. But human rights are not only shields that protect us, they are also lights that guide us. Human rights uplift us in ways we don't always notice. They give us the happiness of being heard, the safety of being protected, the confidence that we matter, the dignity of being treated as equal, and the freedom to imagine a future we choose for ourselves. Think about your day, the fact that you can express your opinion, choose your faith, study what you love, walk freely on the street, live without fear. All of these are human rights in action. They are not abstract ideas. They are lived realities. They are in the air we breathe, the food we eat, the words we speak, the opportunities we chase, and the protections that keep us safe. Human rights make ordinary life possible, and extraordinary life achievable. We live in a world that feels more divided than ever. People separated by identity, by belief, by politics, by borders, by misunderstandings that grow into walls. But, human rights are the one place where humanity stands together on common ground. Regardless of race or color, religion or language, gender or background, wealth or status, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights declares something truly revolutionary. Every human being has equal worth. In moments of uncertainty, when people feel insecure, unheard, or afraid, human rights become our daily constants. They remind us that your voice matters, your freedom matters, your safety matters, your education matters, your privacy matters, and, your participation in decisions that shape your life matters. These rights do not disappear during crisis. In fact, they become even more essential. Human rights steady us when the world feels unstable. They give us something to hold on to, something that does not change with politics or power. They remind us that human dignity is non-negotiable. It's easy to think of human rights as something that's only discussed in high-level halls in New York or Geneva. But honestly, the truth is so much more powerful. Human rights actually begin at home. In our streets, in our schools, in our workplaces, and even in our everyday conversations. Human rights begin when we treat others with respect, speak up when something is unfair, listen to voices that are often ignored, and refuse discrimination in any form. Every time you choose fairness over cruelty, you are defending human rights. And, every time you stand with someone who is being mistreated, you are advancing human rights. And beyond individuals, human rights grow stronger when communities unite, when young people, Workers, families, teachers, activists, movements and nations come together to demand justice, equality, and dignity. It is this collective power that has changed laws, transformed societies, and rewritten the future of countless people. Human rights are attainable because we make them attainable. So, in December 1948, just after the Universal Declaration of Human Rights was adopted, UNESCO became the very first United Nations agency to put the declaration right at the heart of all its work. For many decades now, UNESCO has carried the torch of human rights through, well, education, science, culture, communication, and of course, the media. Why, you might ask? Because education shapes our values, science shapes our world, culture shapes our identity, and media, well, it shapes our understanding. And human rights gain true meaning only when they become part of daily life, not just policies, but actual practices. So, this year, UNESCO continues to lead global efforts with events such as, first, the Rights X Summit, Powering the Future of Human Rights, happening from the 10th to the 11th of December in Geneva. It's a worldwide conversation on how artificial intelligence and technological innovation can advance freedom, dignity, and justice. And second, Unleashing Human Rights, at the European Youth Center in Budapest, from the 9th to the 11th of December. This is a youth-led forum empowering young people to learn, teach, and champion human rights in their own communities. These events, honestly, remind us that human rights evolve with our world. New technologies, new challenges, new opportunities, but one constant truth remains: the dignity of every person must be protected. The Universal Declaration. It's really a promise to the world. The UDHR describes itself as a common standard of achievement for all peoples and all nations. It's not just a slogan. Honestly, it's a guiding star. A blueprint for global laws, national constitutions, local policies, and, the everyday freedoms we rely on. It forms the bedrock of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, reminding the world that development without dignity is not development at all. Without human rights, progress is incomplete. But with human rights, progress becomes purposeful. Human rights do not live in books. They live in people. They are protected not only in courts, but in classrooms, not only in parliaments, but in workplaces and homes, and not only in policies, but in choices. They are protected every time a person chooses kindness over cruelty, courage over silence, and dignity over discrimination. So on this Human Rights Day, let us ask ourselves, do I stand up when I see unfairness? Do I listen when someone's voice is silenced? Do I respect the dignity of every person, even if we disagree? And do I use my freedom to build a kinder, safer world? Human rights begin with each of us, and they grow when we act together. In a world where conflicts and crises are multiplying, Human Rights Day gives us the opportunity to reaffirm our commitment to our vision of a common humanity. Human rights are that vision. They are the belief that every human being, every child, every worker, every citizen deserves dignity, fairness, and freedom. They are our everyday essentials. They are our shared responsibility. They are our promise to the future. Let us honor that promise, not only today, but every day. Thank you.